Feeling crushed by rejection? Let's turn that pain into power. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, heart pounding, ready to jump into the unknown. You gather the courage to ask someone out, only to hear a polite but painful no. It's a moment many of us fear, the blow to our self-esteem, the embarrassment, the rejection. But what if this rejection could be your greatest teacher and not your biggest enemy? Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This wise saying tells us to see rejection not as a failure, but as a chance to grow. Today, we'll see how the Stoic philosophy can turn rejection into strength, resilience, and self-worth. We'll explore practical ways like building emotional strength, improving communication skills, and finding self-worth within ourselves. Have you ever wondered why rejection hurts so much and how you can become stronger afterward? Imagine facing rejection without letting it define you, learning to control your responses and using each no to drive your perseverance. Join us as we learn these lessons, use ancient wisdom, and create a path for personal growth. Follow us at Stoic Philosophy to start this journey with us. Together, let's turn each rejection into a step toward a more confident, empowered you. So, stay with us. What comes next might just change how you see rejection forever. Part 1. Understanding rejection and its emotional impact. Chapter 1. Is rejection your biggest opportunity? Imagine this. You finally gather the courage to ask someone out. You feel hopeful, but when the moment comes, she says no. You instantly feel sadness, embarrassment, and a hit to your self-esteem. But what if I told you that this rejection isn't a measure of your worth, but a chance to grow stronger? Let's look at a well-known Stoic philosopher, Epictetus. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Rejection can be your biggest opportunity. It's a chance to look inside yourself, understand your fears, and become stronger. When you change your mindset from seeing rejection as a failure to seeing it as a step towards growth, everything changes. Imagine facing rejection without letting it define you. This small change can turn painful experiences into powerful lessons. Ask yourself, how could each rejection guide you towards a better version of yourself? Chapter 2. The power of what you can control. Now, let's talk about what we can control. Think of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, writing his thoughts in his book, Meditations. He reminds us that while we can't control others' actions or feelings, we have complete control over our own responses. Think about it. You can't control if someone likes you back or not. But you can control your reaction to that rejection. Instead of letting it crush your confidence, you can choose to see it as a learning experience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Turn your focus inward. What can you control to become better? Is it improving your communication skills, building your self-esteem, or simply becoming more resilient? Reflect on how you can shift your focus from seeking approval from others to finding growth within yourself." Chapter 3. How pain can make you unstoppable. Pain is unavoidable, but here's a secret the Stoics knew well. Pain can be a powerful teacher. The Stoic philosopher Seneca believed that difficulty is what wakes up the genius. Imagine you're working on a project at your job, and despite your efforts, you face criticism and setbacks. This is your chance to use that discomfort. Use it to learn, adapt, and improve. When you see these obstacles as opportunities to sharpen your skills, they lose their power to defeat you. Every instance of rejection or failure is like a blacksmith hammering iron. Each strike makes it stronger and more resilient. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this pain? How can I use it to fuel my growth? So next time you face rejection or pain, remember the Stoic philosophy. The obstacle is the way. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it make you unstoppable. Part 2. Building emotional resilience. Chapter 4. Using negative visualization to handle rejection. Imagine you are about to talk to someone you like. You feel nervous. What if it does not go well? Here is a method the Stoics use to get ready for such situations. Negative visualization. Think of the worst thing that could happen. Imagine she says no, laughs, and tells her friends. It sounds tough, but there is power in facing this fear directly. By picturing the worst, you make it less scary and easier to handle. Epictetus, a Stoic thinker, believed that getting ready for hard times helps reduce their emotional impact. When you face your biggest fears in your mind, real-life rejection feels less scary. It is like a mental practice that makes you less sensitive to the pain. Think about Marcus Aurelius, who ruled Rome and faced many challenges. He used negative visualization to stay calm and positive. By imagining the worst and accepting it, he focused on what he could control and how he could adapt. So, next time you are worried about rejection, imagine the worst-case scenario. Ask yourself, if this happens, what can I do? How will I cope? This exercise helps you build strength and stay calm, no matter what happens. Chapter 5. Finding self-worth within yourself. Rejection often hurts our self-esteem because we connect our worth to others' approval. But what if you could find your self-worth within yourself? Epictetus teaches that true happiness comes from within, not from what others think. Think about this. If you value yourself based on others' opinions, you'll always depend on them. But if your self-worth comes from your own principles and actions, no one can take it away. Imagine you are on a stage, and the audience represents people in your life. Each person has an opinion about you. Now imagine stepping off that stage and looking at yourself. What do you see? Your strengths, values, and efforts. That is your true self. Think of Seneca's words. No one is free who is not master of themselves. By focusing on your internal values, kindness, perseverance, growth, you gain control over your self-esteem. It is freeing to realize that your worth is not defined by someone else's acceptance or rejection. Think about your daily life. How often do you seek others' approval? What if, instead, you focused on living according to your values? Ask yourself, how can I appreciate and value myself without needing others to do it for me? By finding self-worth within, you become strong against rejection. You learn to value yourself no matter if others accept you or not. This inner strength not only helps you handle rejection, but also builds true confidence and happiness. Part 3. Practical social skills and interactions. Chapter 6. Building real connections. Imagine this. You're at a social event, and instead of trying to impress everyone, you just show up as your true self. You might feel scared, but here's the thing. Real connections come from being yourself. Think about your closest friends. What brought you together? Was it the shared laughs, the honest talks, or the times when you both were just being yourselves? The Stoics, old wise thinkers, believed in living with honesty. To build real connections, you don't need to pretend. You need to be genuinely you. Think about Epictetus, who taught that our character is our most valuable asset. Imagine talking to others without the fear of being judged because you are committed to being your true self. This doesn't mean you have no room for improvement, but that you accept who you are now. When you focus on building quality relationships, not just having a lot of friends, the connections you make are more fulfilling. Ask yourself, how can I be more real in my interactions today? What small step can I take to show up as genuinely me? Remember, you don't need to be perfect or have all the answers. Your true self is enough. Chapter 7. Mastering good communication skills. Picture this. You're having a conversation, and instead of thinking about what you're going to say next, you're fully present, really listening to the other person. Imagine how powerful and rare that experience is. Good communication isn't about being the most charming speaker. It's about listening actively, being present, and showing genuine care. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said that our ability to connect well with others comes from understanding and caring. Think about the last time you felt truly heard. How did it make you feel? Pretty amazing, right? Now imagine giving that gift to others. It not only deepens your relationships, but also builds trust and respect. Next time you talk to someone, focus on them. Use your eyes, your body language, and your heart to listen. Respond with genuine interest. Ask engaging questions. When you make others feel valued, you enrich the connections that also enrich your own life. Ask yourself, how can I be more present in my conversations today? What can I do to show genuine care and interest? Start small and watch as your communication skills transform your relationships. Chapter 8. Turning rejection into valuable lessons. Now picture this. You ask someone out and she turns you down. Yes, it hurts. But immediately, you remind yourself that this is feedback, not a statement about your worth. Rejection offers valuable insights. Epictetus said, we should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? When you see rejection as feedback, you remove the emotional sting and focus on personal growth. Think of a blacksmith shaping metal. Each strike refines the material, making it stronger. Your experiences with rejection can do the same for you. Instead of seeing it as a setback, see it as a way to gather information. Maybe you need to improve your approach, or maybe you just weren't the right match. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Did I see any patterns or habits I can change? Embrace the idea that each rejection is a chance to refine your skills and grow emotionally stronger. Imagine facing rejection with a sense of curiosity rather than defeat. Each no guides you toward becoming more resilient, more skillful, and better prepared for the next opportunity. Rejection is not the end, it's a step towards your next success. Think about how turning rejection into a learning experience could change your next approach. Imagine keeping your confidence, knowing that every setback is also a setup for your next growth phase. Part 4. Cultivating a Stoic mindset for future success. Chapter 9. Preparing mentally for life's challenges. Imagine you're about to face a tough day at work or a hard talk with your partner. Your stomach tightens and your thoughts race. What if you could face these moments with calm and confidence, no matter what happens? The Stoics practice something called premeditating on problems. This means thinking about possible challenges before they happen. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic thinker, did this each morning. He imagined the obstacles he might face throughout his day. You can do the same. Before you start your day, think about the problems you might encounter. Imagine getting criticized or rejected. Then, mentally prepare for how you will handle them. When you expect these challenges and prepare for them, they affect you less. Ask yourself, how would you react if someone dismissed your ideas at a meeting? How could you stay calm if your partner brings up a hard topic? This exercise helps reduce the fear and anxiety of the unknown. By expecting challenges and mentally preparing for them, you build strength. You are no longer caught off guard by life's surprises. Instead, you face them directly, with the calmness of someone who has seen it all before. Chapter 10. Daily self-reflection for continuous growth. Think about the end of your day. You might watch TV or scroll through your phone before bed. But what if you took a few minutes to think about your day instead? Imagine how this simple habit could change your life. Stoic thinkers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius practiced daily self-reflection. They would review their actions, thoughts, and reactions, looking for ways to improve. This helped them grow and stay true to their values. Imagine you are journaling at the end of the day. You write about a moment that challenged you, how it made you feel, and how you responded. Did you handle it well? If not, what can you learn from it? This practice helps you see areas for improvement and encourages positive self-talk. Ask yourself, what did I do today that I am proud of? Where did I fall short? How can I do better tomorrow? This isn't about being too critical of yourself. It's about growth and kindness to yourself. By making daily self-reflection a habit, you become more aware of your actions and thoughts. You start to see patterns in your behavior and learn how to change them for the better. It's a powerful way to stay on track with your personal growth and stick to your values. Chapter 11. Shifting your perspective on life's setbacks. Picture this. You've had a rough week, rejection from someone you liked, a missed opportunity at work, and a feeling of being stuck. It's easy to get lost in these setbacks and feel overwhelmed. But what if you could see these moments from a new perspective? The Stoics believed in viewing life from a broader perspective. Picture your life like a river. Each challenge and setback is a rock in your path. Instead of stopping the flow, the river simply moves around it. Every obstacle becomes part of your journey, shaping the course of your life. Imagine you are standing on a hill, looking down at the river that represents your life. From this vantage point, you see how each rock, each rejection or failure, creates ripples that blend into the larger flow. What seemed like a major block up close is just a small part of a greater, ever-moving journey. Ask yourself, how can I view today's rejection or setback in the context of my entire life? What lesson does this moment offer me? When you change your perspective, you see that these challenges are not the end. They are stepping stones that help you grow and move forward. By shifting your perspective, you realize that life's setbacks are temporary moments. They do not define you. They guide you towards becoming stronger and more resilient. Embrace this broader view, and each challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, rather than a roadblock. Imagine turning every obstacle into a lesson, and approaching each day with the calm assurance that you can handle whatever comes your way. This is the power of a Stoic mindset, a mindset that makes you strong, wise, and unstoppable. Finally, it's time to put all this wisdom into practice. Remember, ideas without actions remain mere fantasies. It's the action that turns knowledge into real, life-changing results. Here are a few simple steps you can take right now to follow these Stoic principles and start building strength. 1. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to think about your experiences. Ask yourself these questions. What challenges did I face today? How did I respond? What can I learn from these experiences? Write down your thoughts. This habit helps you stay grounded and aware of your growth, making sure you keep working on yourself. 2. Negative visualization. Before any big event or important conversation, take a moment to imagine the worst-case scenario and prepare for it. This exercise doesn't make you negative. Instead, it gives you the mental strength to face any outcome calmly. You'll find that most fears lose their power once you confront them in your mind. 3. Focus on what you can control. Throughout your day, remind yourself of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Focus on what you can control. Whenever you face a situation that's out of your hands, like someone's reaction or an unexpected problem, focus on your response. How you act and think is always within your control. Understand this to keep your peace and strength in any situation. 4. Build real connections. Be real in your interactions. Instead of trying to impress others, be your true self. Approach social settings with the goal of making real connections rather than boosting your ego. Listen actively, show genuine interest, and value quality over quantity in your relationships. The more real you are, the better your connections will be. To make these steps even more helpful, we encourage you to share your specific principle or challenge in the comments below. Let us help you break it down into simple actions. By sharing your journey, you make a commitment to yourself and invite us and the community to support you. Taking action makes your journey towards strength and growth real. Let us know in the comments what your first action will be. This shared commitment makes you more serious about your goals and gives us the chance to support you better. Thank you for being a part of our journey at Stoic Philosophy. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on more steps to mastering strength and living a good life. Without subscribing, you might never see us again and miss the chance to learn powerful insights that can change your life. Embrace the journey, take action, and become the strong, wise, and unstoppable person you are meant to be.